finished 6th last year. And his opponent from Washington, Jake Godinez, and he's a senior, and Godinez won this match earlier in the season 10-6, so we've got another rematch here in the finals, Kevin.
Yeah, and I got a chance to watch McKnight last night in the semis. He had a real nice head on some hooks and went belly to belly and just threw him to win the match. And Godinez he's more of a methodical type of wrestler, stays in real nice position and has a lot of Greco knowledge and experience. In fact, I know both these kids do. So it'll be interesting to see whose style comes in here. Both of them wearing the black singlets. Godinez would be the shorter of the two. And he's red on your scoreboard. And Mike Herkus is our head referee with Chris Camp working with him as his assistant.
Another Crystal Lake Central boy. A lot of times you see that so many times back-to-back wrestlers because they wrestle each other in practice. One guy gets the other guy sharpened up and gets him better. You see that a lot.
Well, that's the way it should be. In other words, you're forced to work hard because you're out there against somebody with some quality. And that obviously helps out your wrestling room quite a bit. Because I know they had it a few years ago with Gage Hare and the older Marsden.
Right,
those two were about the same size. Godinez is trying to keep the toes in and they go out of bounds. I don't think Godinez wants to get in those type of situations real often with McKnight.
Knight tries to go down low there.
Godinez moving him, he's got the leg, and they're going to go out of bounds.
Both guys have come out pretty active here.
That's enjoyable. Usually, a lot of times at this bigger weight classes, we don't see a whole lot of action, but they've been moving and trying to do quite a bit. We're 1 minute and 7 seconds into the match.
It's obvious these are two pretty athletic-looking guys.
Well, that's the one thing we noticed. We talked about with Montalvo at 182 and then at 195. And these two kids, there's some athletes up here doing some things instead of just I'll call them plotters where they come and hold out.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The activity level and the skill level in these upper weights, you know, since the state has gone to that 220-pound weight class, you know, the 215-pound weight class when it first came out, you know, it was for 3 or 4 years, there was some slim pickings there for a while. It really wasn't something that a lot of the kids and coaches had planned for or grown into, and once kids started realizing that and, you know, thinking about a 4-year plan and the track to get onto that weight class, it really blossomed up. And, you know, obviously now you see some really competitive wrestling.
Yeah, we're 0-0 in the period. And we were talking about that. Oh, now Godinez defers, which 0-0 might surprise you.
Yeah.
And now he's going to cut him and bring him to his feet. So he's going to automatically give up that first point.
Right. That's one of those things, you know, that's a coach's prerogative to think that way, and you just, you know, whether you want to do that with your kid or not. But let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt you.
I'm sure they've got a game plan. There was a reason behind. And you talked about the 4-year plan with the weight class. We just mentioned that earlier with Class AA. Right early on, the level wasn't quite as competitive. Now that it's been around for a while, the AA schools are adjusting, and there's some great competition.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes that's what, you know, things are cyclical and they take time, and, you know, as you look at that, you have to look at the body of work, obviously, over a number of years.
Godinez with the slide by wasn't effective for him. McKnight's trying to force that tie, and he's just bailed Godinez out of bounds. A lot of hand fighting here. And that's where the Greco background helps so much, Coach. You learn how to stay in great position and still hand fight and look for things to set Godinez has in the Russian or the 2-on-1.
He's working on that Russian, and McKnight does a great job of keeping head position. He doesn't allow Godinez to have that head position, and that's why he made it very difficult to score there.
A little slide by. Now he's got him. Godinez did a great job of bailing out of that, because that's the same deal we saw him throw last night. He got that hooked up and was more than happy to try and throw it.
45 seconds left here in the second period.
hand fight, look for position. Oh, he launched him there.
Nice job. He stepped right through with his hips there.
Godinez shows a lot of courage to come off that goatee right there. So it's going to be 2 takedown, 3 nerve fall. McKnight leads 6-0 with 19 seconds left in the period.
Just like that, he strikes like lightning, and that was a big-time move. Hipped into him there and really elevated. He got him to his back.
Be a big ride out from McKnight here if he can get it. Inside 10. And the period will end 6-0 in favor of Romeo McKnight. Godinez doesn't want to go underneath. He's going to take neutrals. He's been more than content to be on his feet because remember he cut him at the start of the second period and now chooses neutral in the third. So he's going to have to throw him the beatings the way it looks. Again, I like the way these 2 kids are hand fighting. They're looking to do some things. They're not just putting a hand in there, especially the way McKnight's been doing it. Boy, he hit that move over there on the side off a nice hand fight sequence.
Well, now he's in good position because Godinez has to come after him.
Yeah, Godinez has to pin him and beat him.
Right.
Unless he can get a stall, they got the stall warning there.
Well, that's why I'm a little surprised he didn't start the period in the bottom. Try to get that point. Now the stall comes really a little bit more into play. But again, sticking to his game plan. Smart job there by McKnight to shoot him off the mat.
Again, shows you're being aggressive and maybe gives the referee, gee, that guy's wrestling the edge against him for the potential stall. Boy, they're both trying to dig those hooks in off the hand fight. Mentioned Crystal Lake Central having 2 bigger kids about the same size. We noticed Marsden like to use that hook series too, and if McKnight works out with him consistently, he's going to understand the counters and how to deal with it also.
Oh, sure. There's no doubt.
We're at 30 seconds left in the match.
Justin Lair over at Crystal Lake Central has always had a good stable of big guys throughout his years there. They've always been well represented in the upper weights. It's been one of the secrets to that team's success.
At 220 pounds from Hinsdale South.
He's trying to lock up the throw and gets 2 off of it. He'll trail 6-2. He's going to try and cut him and look for a snake and couldn't quite hit it. Again, right call. You're 6 seconds left. You're behind. Step to the front. He tried to throw it. Just didn't work for him. So it looks like our state champ, Godinez, is going to optional start him, see if he comes into some type of cradle. Up comes the front head. And it's not going to work for him. State champion at 220 pounds, a junior from Crystal Lake Central, Romeo McKnight. That gives them, Coach, back-to-back champion.
Yes, it does. Great job by McKnight. Congratulations to him and the Crystal Lake Central Tigers.
Romeo